Base hit event here at Catching the Kid, as we just take a look at just where we're at in this process of the auction, which ends on Saturday at noon, with the raffle beginning on Sunday at 3 o'clock. So we only have 24 spots available here at our Catching the Kid raffle, and this auction is just meant to kind of get the blood pumping in regards to getting some interest. The whole purpose of this is to support the Molken family as they just go through a difficult season. And these cards are our family's cards, and they have a lot of memories, a lot of history here. We're just excited to share that and to just share the fun. It's a lot of fun. So we're going to take a look at some of these cards. Welcome to Catching the Kid again, going live just with an update, but wanted to take a look at one of our packs tonight. And I got to tell you, we still have an opportunity for you to walk away with these 3 cards. We have the Jared Kelenic autograph Leaf metal draft card in prime condition. Let's take a look at that here. This could be yours. First 3 bids during this Grand Salami time have an opportunity to win this card or one of these 3 cards here. First 3 bids gets these 3 cards. So get your bids in tonight if you can. But we're going to open up one of our packs and just take a quick look at it. So each pack again starts off with this base pack. Get my keyboard out of the way. And the package also contains a red envelope and a green envelope. So we have a base pack. This is our awesome card. Could be anything. Each one is guaranteed to be awesome in its own little way. And then the green envelope is the Ken Griffey card. And this one in particular is special. We have 12 additional packs of All-Stars, 1990s All-Stars. And we don't know who's in this one yet, but this is a fun one as well. We really, at the start of this, could only get this if our average bid got up to $150. But during the special Grand Salami extra base hit event, if we just get 24 bids in by the end of the event, these 12 All-Star repacks will be inserted no matter what. So that's a killer deal. And we're going to just take a look at that here in a second. All right, let's open up our base pack. Here we go. And we have an Albert Bell 1990s Power Pack here. It was pretty fun making a name for these things. But this pack is one of my favorites, so let's take a look. All right. Here we go. So we have Albert Bell, first card. This one is a Pacific card from 1998 and one of my all-time favorites. This was mine growing up. Got this right out of the pack in pristine condition. Just a beautiful card of Albert Bell. And Albert Bell, formerly known as Joey Bell, was one of the main power hitters of the 1990s. Averaged 50 home runs, or not average, but was one of the only players to ever hit 50 doubles and 50 home runs in a single season, and was the first player ever to break the $10 million per year contract in the major leagues. That seems like small beans these days, but Albert Bell was the one to do it. Another one of Albert Bell. Mike Piazza, one of my favorite players of the 1990s. And this is a 1998 Upper Deck near mint card. Great condition. Mr. Gwynn. Tony Clark, who's the head of the Players Association these days. Great player in the 90s himself. Jeff Bagwell. Mr. Tino Martinez. This card is another Pacific card, and Pacific had a really cool run in the 90s. Started to use the foil print. I don't know if you could tell on this right side of the card is a foil print on the card itself, and this card is in great shape. Just a fun little card to collect. Another foiled card is the Donruss Preferred 1998 of Fred McGriff. Beautiful card. Mark McGwire, Juan Gonzalez, another Gwynn. And now this is a very interesting card. This is a special card of Andy Van Slyke. This is an upper deck card technically. It's fairly reflective. You can see that. But this card is a Denny's special. Look at that. You can see the Denny's logo on and my camera. Look at that. Here we go. Another Mark McGwire. Now this is a special little card. We have the 1992 Upper Deck Youthful Tribe card in good condition. And there's quite a few famous players here in their early days. We have Jim Tomei, Albert Bell. I believe that's Sandy Alomar. Yep, Sandy Alomar. Kenny Lofton and Carlos Barga here. All in their early stages of their careers. Great card to have. Fun right there. Ivan Rodriguez. We have a Barry Bonds. The Big Hurt. John Olerud from these neck of the woods. One of my favorite Mariners of the 2000s, early 2000s, and that 2001 team. The Iron Man, Cal Ripken. Don Mattingly, Ruben Sierra. Another Roberto Alomar card. Actually, his brother, Sandy Alomar, was on that Indians Tribe card, but this is his brother, Roberto. Beautiful card in prime condition. Chipper Jones. Sammy Sosa. Ruben Sierra. Craig Biggio. A Topps Finest card, a refractor. Early days of Rafael Palmeiro. And this is in prime condition. And then we're going to finish this Albert Bell Power Pack off with a year in review 1997 Sports Illustrated card of the Kid and Big Mac, Mark McGwire, Ken Griffey Jr. and Mark McGwire here. And it's just really fascinating. If you've never really had a baseball card, just in general, but one from the previous decade or two, especially one without the internet. You know, Google was in its infancy in the mid-90s. Google search was still relatively new, but this is how people got their stats outside of the newspaper and watching ESPN. It was these cards, and I just remember just taking years of information in a moment's notice by flipping a card over. It was always something special. You get to see the histories here. But this is a 97 review. Some fantastic cards in this base pack. Here it is. The Albert Bell, one of 4 Albert Bell Power Packs right there. So again, each pack will contain a red awesome envelope. Contains an awesome card. And this one is an Andrew Jones Bowman 1997 refractor in near mint condition, if not mint. Beautiful card here. Andrew Jones got his start late in the 1996 season. It was actually the last roster spot in the postseason run for the Braves in 1996, and was the youngest player to ever hit a home run in the 1996 World Series, or any World Series matter, breaking Mickey Mantle's record of 20 years and 362 days. Andrew Jones hit his home runs in the World Series at just 19 years old. Can you imagine that as a 19-year-old on the biggest stage of your career? And this, my friends, is a beautiful card to have. All right. And each deck or each pack contains a Griffey card or two. And this one contains a 1993 Mother's Cookie card. If you guys know the Mother's Cookies, fairly popular back in the 90s. They produced some incredible baseball cards and baseball packs for each team. And this one is the 1993 Ken Griffey Jr. number 4 card, 1 of 4. I'm sorry, this is a team pack, so this is his number 4 of 28 of the Seattle Mariners team pack. And in mint condition, a great card. Look at the kid right there. Okay, now for the fun. We're going to take a look at an All-Star Pack. Again, I'm not quite sure who this is, so we'll see. And this is the fun here. Before we do that, I'm just going to remind everybody that with this promo, this Grand Salami promotion, extra base hit, the first 3 bids of the day will get their chance at winning one of these rookie autograph cards. And so get your bids in. You don't know if you can win one of these cards, so sooner the better. All right, who may it be? All right, Nolan Ryan. For your baseball nerds out there, this is a King of Kings Donruss card to start us off, but we're going to take a look at this pack in its entirety. Nolan Ryan is just one of just a few players to ever play through 4 decades of baseball. Got his career start in 1966, but just played a handful of games and really got into it in the 1969 season with the New York Mets as a reliever. Can you imagine that? And ultimately, through his 4 decades of playing, he played for 27 seasons, finished his career with the major league lead in strikeouts all time, and had many other records, let's put it that way. One of the more intriguing records, I thought, was that he has the most ever no-hitters at 7, but never had a perfect game. And he never won the Cy Young Award. Can you imagine that? Arguably the best pitcher of his era and maybe of all time, Nolan Ryan. So let's take a look at his cards. Nolan Ryan played for 4 different teams in his career: the New York Mets, Los Angeles Angels, or Anaheim Angels at that point, I believe, and the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers. So we'll see a few of his cards change jerseys here with us. It's a beautiful card here. We have a 1990s score card. And this is actually one of our family's favorites. Nolan playing catch with the football in the Rangers uniform, the Upper Deck 1989 near mint. Great card to have. This is actually in the same series as the Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck rookie card that we're looking to give away. Hence the name Catching the Kid. You'll see on the Ken Griffey Jr. the same border on that card. Another Houston Astros card. Here we're at in the Rangers late in his career, 1992, a Donruss. Really in mint condition. Nothing wrong with this card at all. A couple other Upper Decks and Tops cards. And this is exciting. There are 5, actually I believe it starts with this one. There are 5 cards in this series, all in the 1990s. 1990s Tops 1 through 5. This is card number 1. Nolan Ryan. His 5,000th strikeout series. And this is it. So here's number 1. Number 2. With the New York Mets, if you can see his jersey here. Just highlighting 5,000 strikeouts throughout his career. We had the Los Angeles Angels, Houston Astros, and finally with the Texas Rangers. All 5 cards of that series, of that set, in prime condition, near mint, if not mint. Topps 1990s Nolan Ryan set. We have a fun Coca-Cola card here of Nolan in 1988 with the Astros. And if I'm not mistaken, if you can see that in the top corner, see if I can get that focused. This is one of the formerly known as a rare card, an error card. There's a series of Leaf and Donruss cards with a missing period after the ink incorporated. And this is one of those rare cards of Nolan Ryan. So special card, a fun card for collectors or just amateur collectors, just to get a piece of history. So a fairly common error card, but an error card nonetheless. And now we have the 1990s set of Nolan Ryan Mother's Cookies. And we're just going to put this down. And then the Mother's Cookies is considered a die cut, where the edges of the card is cut in a unique shape, and this one's just simply rounded. And this one is also highlighting 5,000 strikeouts for Nolan. Do it this way. And there it is. 4 on the Mother's Cookies set. Let's finish this off. Quite a few Nolan Ryan cards highlighting that 5,000 strikeouts. This one is a Upper Deck 1990, card number 34. Again, highlighting Mr. 5000 himself. And here it is, a 1976 Topps Nolan Ryan card, and fairly perfect centering on this card. A little rough on the corners, just on a little bit. Say a good condition. One of those famous cards of Nolan from the 70s with his time in the Angels. And this is what I'm talking about. Even though this is halfway through his career, or a third through his career, you can see that this is the stats that people just look through, and it'd just be fun to see on the back of each card. And we have a 1970s Topps of Nolan with the Mets in the, I believe this is the 1969 playoffs. There it is. 1969 playoff review or recap. Ryan saves the day. And this is a beautiful card. It's seen better days around the edges, but still in fairly good condition and no creases. Great card in anyone's collection for Nolan. And lastly, another 1970s card celebrating that 1969 season. There's Nolan third from the left with his crew. This is just one of my favorite cards we've had. Nolan, we're number one, and he ended up becoming number one throughout his career in a lot of key areas. So that is a review of one of our All-Star packs, just a taste of what you can get. Again, we only have 24 spots available on this raffle. The auction to get into the raffle ends on Saturday at noon Pacific time, and you want to get in. Currently, we have a deal with our Grand Salami extra base hit pack. Let's pull this up. Where we have 50% off the entry bid. So bids are now only $40 to get in on this raffle. Again, first 3 bids on this promo get one of the 3 All-Star rookie, or get one of the 3 autographed rookie cards, 2021 rookie cards. If we get up to 24 bids during this period, all of these All-Star repacks are included in the raffle, no matter what, which is a great feature. And if you refer a friend, get $10 added to your bid. So if you bid if you bid $40, you'll get a $10 bonus. And so if someone matches your $40 bid, you will get the leg up with a $50 total bid with that $10 extras. So that's the way that's working. So we have until Thursday, Thanksgiving at 6 p.m. for this limited time only extra base hit event. So get your bids in at wallawallatradingcompany.com. Guys, this is great. Thank you for your time. This is pretty fun.